Next Saturday, January 15th, they'll be marching in New Haven like they've been doing now for the past 40 years, marking the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It's the annual Love March organized by the Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church in New Haven. And here to tell us more is Pastor Kennedy Hampton Sr. Thank you for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having us.
And you coming in, making it in this weather, is just a sign of how tough you guys are. You say you march wind, rain, snow, ice, regardless, you're out there, right?
You're correct. For 40 years, we've never canceled the Love March. It's a great example of the efforts that were put forth by those that went before us and their efforts to stand up for a cause without wavering.
All right, and if I read correctly, this march was started by your father, is that correct?
You're absolutely correct.
Tell us a little bit about the background and why it was important to him to get this thing started in New Haven.
All right, well, it goes back some 40 years when he met King in Hartford. And when he met King in Hartford, King was setting up a bunch of coalitions to work on different areas in the state. My father joined the Housing Committee and was to work on housing to make sure equal opportunity was given to those for housing. After which, he realized the importance of the movement that Dr. King and others had and decided to form a Love March in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
And over those 40 years, has the reason for marching changed in any way?
It has. I mean, it used to be marching for those who understood what that represented. Now we're in an era where we have a new generation coming up that's not too familiar with marching. However, the message of the march is the same: to come together and help people to see the power of the coalition, the power of organizing, and people coming together for a common cause.
As the years continue to pass, and as you mentioned, there's a different generation now. People are a little bit more removed from the movement that Dr. King started. Is it hard to get people involved or excited about this kind of thing?
It is hard and a little difficult at times to get people involved. However, what I've found is when you rally around a cause, a purpose, when they look out in the city and see the extended violence and things, it kind of helps to bring people together to see if we can't reason together to find a solution.
Yeah, there's no mystery. I mean, the news that we cover, unfortunately, sometimes here in New Haven, there are issues that still need to be addressed. We have some video up of the march right now. It looks like it was well attended last year. How does a march like this help to address some of those issues that you mentioned?
Well, again, it helps to show the people the power of organizing, the power of coming together for a common cause. It allows a forum for people to come together, let their voices be heard, let their faces be seen, coming in support of, like this year, about change, about working together to see if we can't bring some kind of calm to the storm that's going on in this great city.
And I imagine the march is really sort of a starting point. That's what you'd want. It's not an end, but more of a means to get to that end, correct?
You are correct. The march is actually in commemoration of Martin Luther King and the legacy that my father started, but most certainly to continue to keep our voices together that we may be heard, that the issues will stay before the people in this great city.
People have to be aware and do something about them. Let's get to the nuts and bolts. When is this taking place and where, and how can people get involved if they want to?
Yes, they can get involved by dialing us at 203-776-8262. Will take place at Shiloh Baptist Church, 100 Lawrence Street in the East Rock area on Saturday, January 15th, beginning at 10:45 because we hit the streets at 11 o'clock sharp.
Even in weather like this, right?
Regardless of the weather.
Bring your winter coat and your boots, get out there and make your voice heard.
Absolutely. We'll have on sale some Martin Luther King Jr. hats that they can buy to remember this great day.
Pastor Hampton, thank you so much for coming in. Good luck next week. I hope you have a good turnout. And if you want more information, we're going to put this interview up on our website, WTNH.com, so you can get the phone number, you can get all the information about when and where, and get out there and get involved and hopefully make a difference in our community.